Are you a B2B writer? Do you think the B2B writing niche is safe from AI taking over our jobs? What do you think? Let's go right into it. Okay. If you're interested, what the heck is B2B and B2C? Right? Let's find out. B2B stands for business to business. So when you write for a B2B client, you are writing content to help other businesses. And this is business writing. And this could be any business, such as businesses in the education space, farming space, tech space, retail space, cybersecurity space. It could be restaurant, travel, so many different type of niches. As a digital marketing SaaS writer, which stands for software as a service writer, I write B2B content for entrepreneurs, marketers, and upcoming businesses for well-established brands in the SaaS industry as well. Now, B2B writing informs, it educates, it persuades decision makers in the company about the value of the product or service. Now, the audience for B2B content typically includes executives, managers, and other professionals who make purchasing decisions on behalf of their organizations. It could also be marketers, it could be tech specialists. It all depends on the actual SaaS product. So if you want to do, B2B pets, for example, then you would look at the pet companies marketing to other like pet stores, other pet facilities and things like that. That's where the B2B would be, because you're marketing business stuff to other business owners, not to consumers. So we can take a look at this example, which is right here. Salesforce is a SaaS business, and so they have a blog that talks about a lot of different topics. So this one centers around automation. So automation could buy you a 23-day vacation, and they're speaking to other professionals in IT. What stands out to me with this blog post is the surveys and the stats that they have, and they pulled from their reports, really dissecting what this means and how you can gain those extra 23 days by implementing automation, which, Salesforce can help you with that kind of thing. See, so they have their ads here, and then you as the writer supports those, you knowing that those ads are going to be in place for the company's service. And so the writing just focuses and goes back to the actual promoting of their service. So that's sort of in a nutshell what a B2B blog post would look like. Now, B2C stands for business to consumer. So when you write for a B2C client, you are writing content to help their customers. Now, typically these clients have a product that they want you to integrate their product message in their blog post or content marketing strategy. So for example, Lowe's is a hardware store, and their blog Creative Ideas helps their customers use their products in their home by providing ideas and DIY instructions. So we can look at that. So here is a typical B2C type of blog post. This is very popular in the blogging world, where you have like a list-based post, so 10, and then the topic sort of is a lifestyle topic. So 10 affordable bedroom decorating ideas. So this is on the Lowe's hardware blog here. They attribute it to a writer, although I can't see the author bio. I can just see an avatar and this. So I'm not entirely trusting of this being an actual writer, an AI writer, or the editorial team, so I just pulled this as an example so that you can see that it's a lifestyle blog post and how short it is. You can see each paragraph is short. It's not that long, and it's visual heavy. So you can see here, for each subtopic, it could be a sentence or 4 sentences here, it looks like. With this, they are just describing the product here. So a little bit of the product, but in a more lifestyle manner. Put up some shelves. Here's an idea. Oh, but you can buy these picture frames at Lowe's. You can buy these vases at Lowe's. So that's what a lifestyle client would want you to integrate their product into your content. And this is something that I did for Walmart when I was doing some B2C writing. I don't do very often, but when I was writing for Walmart, I did gift guides, and all the gifts were products from Walmart. Now, typically writing for the B2C marketing space is funner, right, to write for, since you typically get to write list posts, like I mentioned, that are often shorter in length with topics that often interest you, since we're all consumers. Think of the Starbucks blog, the Lululemon blog, the Chanel website. I'm not sure if they have a blog, but you get the picture that these are lifestyle products and content that you probably have grown up with, you are aware with, so it's easier for you to write about. But we're here to talk about B2B writers, all right? The business to business writers. Now, is B2B safe from AI then? Well, the quick answer is yes. B2B writers are safe in keeping their job and not being replaced by AI. Let's look at B2C writing. B2C writing is simpler and follows a storytelling style. Their content is used to persuade users to purchase a consumer product, and it has a much shorter sales cycle than a B2B content strategy. Now, because of that, AI writing can write B2C content, and it's easier than B2B content. So I'm going to show you the example of the B2C on my SpongeHacks blog here. This is all B2C content, and a big chunk of it, I'd say 50 to 60% of it, is written by AI. I do have one writer, and I do write the content. I actually wrote most of this post, but I did use AI to help me with this image, for example. I used AI to create this beautiful image. I used AI to give me sort of a definition of what hygge style or decor is, and then I had it write an introduction for the subtopics. I would write the products here, and AI would help me integrate some more things. I asked AI to give me some ideas as well, so I use that in my subtopics. So you can see how AI supported my writing. It helped me write some of the content actually, and I was there to optimize and edit as possible. So you can see this is typical of what lifestyle writing, B2C writing can be, especially for businesses now that can see that potential and may use AI to write this type of content. They still need a writer to oversee it, to optimize it, and that's where you can fit in. They may not need 10 writers for their content schedule, but they might need 1 or 2. Now with B2B writing though, it isn't as cut and dry. The G2 men asked, can AI replace B2B tech content writing? And they ran an experiment with OpenAI, and here's what they found. They used this experiment. I'll put a link so you can read about it. On the positive side, it said that at the end of the day, writing an article with the help of AI was faster, and they, weren't expecting that. The simple operational tasks can be easily delegated to AI, so make the content more readable, for example. Optimize the content for SEO, add a meta tag and description. These operational tasks are great usage for AI. Writing tools like ChatGPT, like Jasper AI, things like that. But you get what you ask for, so the more detailed and accurate you were, the better results they got. So for example, bring benchmarks of AI usage in B2B content versus add recent data statistics about AI and B2B content marketing size and growth forecast. You can see that the latter is more detailed. It is exactly what they want, and AI will produce that for you. And it's fun and playful. I enjoy writing with ChatGPT or Jasper AI. I can quickly go to it, sign up, and start writing. Now my niche site that I just showed you, that's all with Jasper AI. I don't use ChatGPT in that. I don't like using ChatGPT to help me write my content or help me. That's Jasper AI. Much easier user face, and I know the templates that I want exactly with Jasper AI. But let's look at the negative side here. B2B tech content articles are many times written with the goals of attracting professionals and experts and provide them with a real educational value. We had trouble getting the AI to adjust the content in accordance. So cutting off the fluff, ignoring too basic, too general messages, extract interesting juice, for example, all of this stuff, that's what AI will produce with sort of business to business writing. And we ended up with a shallow article. They have an example of that we need to deeply invest if we were to turn it into a valuable piece of content that is worth publishing and reading. The article feels it was generated by a bot. It lacks that human touch. While we prefer an entertainment style, meaning the content is fun to read, personal, unofficial, and friendly, OpenAI Playground failed to comply. This is ChatGPT OpenAI Playground. ChatGPT is owned by OpenAI. Though we specifically asked for it, and the content is, or the outcome is, well, you'd be the judges, but we feel it's dry. We couldn't use the software to create an optimized structure that satisfied us without the need to proactively define it. In other words, it couldn't generate a sufficient content outline. We had to fill up the gap. We also had to ask it to write each subtopic in a sequential manner. We didn't see how to insert the entire outline and get an outcome that was normal. Here's the original article so you can read it and see how it's short. AI content can't really produce long form content. Even though there are tools out there, it's still surface level. It does not dive deep. It only looks long form because it might have more tips, but it doesn't go deep into those tips. You can't expect a tool like Content at Scale to write an in-depth guide on how to start copywriting as a beginner or how to start freelance writing as a beginner. My posts are probably 5,000 to 8,000 words long. That has proved my experience as a writer. And this is the same with B2B content. So, my On the King site does lean towards B2B because I am helping you as the business owner. You want to start a business. And so it is business related. Here, this one. I started this post many years ago. I updated. It is very, very in-depth and very, very informative. It breaks things down. I give you more examples. Since this is sort of an overview, I don't dive too deep into it, but each thing I mention, I go into with examples and links. So then I go into all my steps here. I give you examples. I even have expert quotes here. I go deep into it. Look, it's still going. It's still going. And then as you can see, I have over 200 comments because it's valuable, because I go deep into it. And that's what AI writing cannot do, especially in the B2B niche. I'll put a link to this so you can read what their results, what they're thinking about as well for this. All right, so regarding B2C content, even though I sort of said that, I use it for my lifestyle content, businesses are using it for their lifestyle content. It's not 100% there yet. It really isn't. As humans, we still have the upper hand in producing outstanding content. Please remember that. Even as AI is getting updated frequently, it's very fast, this fast-moving train, this AI train that by the end of the year will have different iterations of AI writing tools. You can fake the human touch kind of thing as far as like getting AI to describe eating a pizza, for example, but it's all surface level, really. Eating a pizza in Italy that's with authentic pizza makers versus eating a pizza in Iowa is going to have a different connotation, and AI may not be able to decipher that. So let's go over what is needed for B2B content. If you are a B2B writer that's interested in B2B writing, right? I just mentioned that B2B is safer from AI, and it's something that you might want to consider turning your B2C content into more B2B content. Plus, it is profitable. It is different, of course, than writing the fun content for B2C brands. At the end, I'll share what we have that AI writing tools just don't have. So what is needed to write B2B content? Well, the first thing is research and analysis. Understanding your audience and industry is crucial to writing in this space. Now, this involves researching market trends, competitor offerings, and the specific challenges and needs of your target audience. When I write for something like GoDaddy, I am writing towards other business owners, especially small business owners that are on a budget, that want to get their business online. I'm sort of at that beginner stage versus writing content for Zapier or for WordTune or for Smart Blogger. I mean, these are more well-established marketers, well-established businesses that want to adopt AI, that want to adopt automation, that want to adopt online brand building and things like that. So knowing the audience is important. Content flow is huge in the B2B content. Good B2B content is well structured and it's easy to read. And this involves using your personal writing style to connect abstract ideas into meaningful examples. You write to bring vision to your topic so that others can understand it and apply what you wrote. I do that with WordTune a lot. So how to write an about page is geared for other small business owners. It's not geared for a blog that wants an about page. This is geared towards other businesses that want to be online and that need an about page. I talk about my own story. So I add my own story, which I'm allowed to with this client, but I provide examples. My writing flow on this blog versus something like Zapier is quite different. I can be more conversational. I don't have to over edit my content. So you can see here, I have examples. I break up the paragraphs so it's easier to read. All of this makes it very easy to read the content that I produce for clients. It's credible because I show you examples of exactly what I'm doing. You can see it just goes on and on, all of this. There's keyword usage. So using relevant industry keywords and phrases can help your content reach the right audience. And clients may or may not give you keywords to focus on. It's a good idea, though, to familiarize yourself with an SEO tool like Low Fruits, Keywords Everywhere, or Keywords Insight. Right, so here is Low Fruits. So you can just put a seed keyword. You might have to play around with that. Digital marketing tools. I'll do something like that and see if I can find keywords. Low Fruits uses more long tail keyword ideas. So it's something that you can add in your content to show the client that you know your main keyword, which might be digital marketing tools, but you know how to say it in different ways. So I was able to get around 300 keywords, and then I just clicked on access, and then you can see what these are. You don't need to analyze them. But in your content about digital marketing tools, let's say for a SaaS business, then you can create an outline out of this. You can write the words in your content about this. So you might have a section on digital media tools for example. So these are digital media tools, or these are types of internet marketing methods. These are things you can add in here, examples of digital marketing tools. So here's an example. You can put in your content, easy to write and put in. What are the various kinds of online marketing tools and strategies? You can start your sentences like this. So it gives you a lot of area where you can build your outline, build your content around the main word. If the client doesn't give you a word, you can figure out what that main keyword is and then find related, easier keywords, long tail keywords to put in your content. With B2B content, you're adjusting your tone and style for the client. Now, as a B2B writer, you will have to learn the different styles of writing for each company. So for example, word turn copy is relaxed and encourages a writer's style with word usage and grammar. Zapier, for example, was keen on having similar content across the board and had their own style they wanted writers to follow, because Zapier has a guest posting option. So they get a flood of guest writers to come in, and they want all the content to have some kind of flow to it, continuity to it. It's data-driven and detailed-oriented writing. Now, B2B writing includes stats, infographics, case studies, and other examples to explain abstract concepts. In my post about creating an about page, I gave you lots of examples. I didn't give you case studies for it or infographics. I didn't need that. There was a couple stats in there just to help talk about it, but it wasn't really abstract. B2B writing needs industry expertise. It's a highly specialized form of writing. If you don't know anything about tech or dentistry, for example, it will be hard to land a B2B writing job for those companies. So you really have to sort of think about your skill set and how you can turn that into a B2B writing niche. If you are interested in WordPress and computer stuff and hardware, then you can lean into tech. If you know a thing or two about farming equipment, then you can, do farming B2B content. Things like this where you can find some topics and then see what is available in the B2B niche. I just put in beauty B2B topics just to get some ideas of what writers would be talking about. And it may not give you exactly what you want. There's categories here, so skincare and all that stuff. Trending beauty topics. So B2B beauty copywriting topics. It talks about ebooks, social media reports, landing pages. Great. And then you can also just take a look at other writer websites to get an idea of what they're writing about. Here's their portfolio. And so you can see a retailer's rock stars, 5 easy steps to sell more salon retail. That's a big title without feeling like a car salesman. Retailers, you're marketing towards them to sell to salons. So we have something like that. Here's the secret formula to earn $50,000 hairdresser salary every year. So targeting the salons here. So this is where her focus is in with B2B content, talking about slashing costs and maximizing salon revenue. So you can see how you can niche down really with a beauty B2B copy. And you can see here, that's something that you can look into if you want to get some knowledge about what kind of information these experts are talking about. And that's why many B2B writers leverage their careers or take the time to learn a new specialization. For me, I was learning how to market my business and found that I loved writing about that. And that's B2B digital marketing. I just lucked into that by marketing my own business and finding that I really liked the topic about it. So let's look at what we have that AI writers don't have. We have creativity and originality. Now, human writers, us, can produce original, creative content that's tailored to specific audiences. We can use storytelling, metaphors, and other literary devices to make content engaging and relatable. This is key now. A lot of businesses that hire writers do want that extra skill level of creating original content and to, have that human touch. Understanding context is key that AI tools just can't do. We excel at understanding the complex context and nuances in language. And this enables us to write in a way that's appropriate for the situation, the audience, and the purpose of the content. I know that I'm writing to moms on Twins Mommy versus writing to freelancers somewhere else, to writing to marketers somewhere else and small business owners. And I know the challenges that each of those audiences have, that I can write content for that. It's going to be different to write about social media automation tools for mom bloggers versus social media automation tools for small business owners, right? It's going to be different. There's emotional intelligence. We can connect the readers on an emotional level, evoking feelings and responses that AI cannot do. We emphasize with the reader's perspective and adjust our tone and style accordingly. Again, this is our own personal writing style that you evoke and put into your writing. There's critical thinking. We can analyze what we're writing, evaluate it, and synthesize information from various sources. We form arguments, draw conclusions, and provide insightful commentary that adds depth to our content. These are things that AI can do, but it's all surface level. And it doesn't do it unless you specifically ask it to, analyze my blog post. Here's a copy of my blog post and analyze it. Tell me what I'm lacking, all that. You can do things like that, reverse engineer it, but to ask it to form these critical thinking components in your writing it doesn't really work, and it's all service level. So in B2B freelance writing, the quality of content and the human touch are essential. It's high quality content that shows expertise, it builds trust, and drives decision-making choices for businesses. The human touch adds authenticity and relatability, and this strengthens the relationship between the clients and you. It creates this loyalty also with the audience. So it's something like that where, again, the AI is very surface level. It cannot do that. We are able to tailor content to the specific needs and challenges of a B2B audience, providing valuable insights and solutions. We can also infuse the content with a unique voice and personality, making it more engaging and memorable. In the case study that I was showing you, they were having problems with getting the AI to write an outline because it just wasn't to their specific needs for their audience. So you can see in that sense, AI is not helpful for a B2B writer. When I was doing my content for the clients that allowed me to use AI, I never used it for an outline. I only used it to help me support my thoughts or do a bullet list, for example, things like that, or do definitions. While AI can assist with certain aspects of B2B writing, such as data analysis and keyword optimization, it cannot replace the creativity, empathy, and critical thinking skills of a human writer. And this means we cannot be replaced by AI writing tools, even though you might be hearing this all around. Now, for almost a decade, I've refined my writing process to what it is now. Clients pay me thousands of dollars to write B2B articles in the digital marketing industry for SaaS businesses. The process of writing a high-paying article is the same for any B2B industry. Now, to help you out, I have created my masterclass and companion workbook, Writing a B2B $1,000 Article. The link is in the description below, but I also have it here if you want to take a look at it quickly. It's a 30-minute training video. I share how to write a highly compelling and informative high-paying article in the B2B niche. You'll learn the top niches, the difference between high-paying clients and low-paying ones, writing an intro that high-paying clients love, and how to add valuable content that makes your article unique and worth the $1,000, and my process for writing this. So it's a really nice little course. Might add more lessons to it if I find that I need that. But for what it is worth, I think it's really comprehensive. I hope this helped you. Let me know in the comments below if you are leaning more towards B2B writing or B2C writing. I like writing both content. I get paid to write B2B content, but I like writing B2C content for my lifestyle blogs and for all my blogs that I have. So it's a nice balance for me. And every now and then I might pick up a B2C client, especially if it's from a big brand like I did with Walmart. But I typically don't write B2C content for other brands. Now AI has a way to create sort of that content. All right, so let me know in the comments below your thoughts, and make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.